I said I quit, Monty.
We are back. Is this thing on? Hell yeah, it is. It's your boy, Big Gerald, the Wiseman, and your boy, Marz, the Bearded One, and we are back for another Two Horseman Podcast. How you doing today, brother?
Oh man, everything's everything. How y'all doing out there in the fine world? Thank y'all for coming to hanging with your boys.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging us. Took a week off to get our energy and batteries up. But before we go any further, I'd like to give a special thanks. 2 weeks ago, we had the Dumb Marz podcast guest star on the show. We want to thank those gentlemen. Please check them out every Saturday. Subscribe. We had a blast, and we're going to make sure we return a favor and go on their show very soon. So please follow us on over there when we do our guest starring and spread that love like you've been doing to us these last few months that we have been doing this podcast, man. But we are going to get right into it. My wise man, how have you been enjoying what's been going on in the world of pro wrestling this year, man? 2024 is killing it thus far.
Let me tell you, some of the best promos in wrestling ever have happened within these last 2 weeks. I mean, The Rock is a promo machine, but man, shouts out to Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins for one of the better banters that we've had in a long time.
Man, I just realized I'm wearing this shirt. What bad manners. You know, on the back it says #1 in the checklist, injure CM
Drew
Punk.
McIntyre, I ain't never had to put another man's name on a t-shirt to sell it. Oh, we got another shirt. 2-shirt gimmick.
Struggled to get out of that thing with my biceps, something you've probably never had an issue with.
Absolutely. Everybody is on fire, from in-ring product to promos to storytelling. I got to say, I've been a fan for 40 years, easy. And I'm only 43, so do the math. And it has clearly been one of the best times in pro wrestling. A little bit of the Attitude Era seems to be harking back up, and it feels good. So Rock's been saying it. Pro wrestling is cool again because of The Rock. Pro wrestling, I wouldn't say it's just because of The Rock, but pro wrestling is definitely doing its thing right now. And us loyalists like my wise man and myself are glad we've stuck around because we're getting to enjoy the fruits of our labor. But we're going to get right into our first segment like we do, because we're not just a WWE show. We've got to talk about wrestling around the world. And even though it happened right here in AEW, we saw a hell of an international match, Will Osprey versus Shibata. And first of all, let me say, they thought Shibata may never wrestle again. He had one of the most catastrophic brain injuries I've seen, and I thought he was done. And he looks like he hasn't missed a step. So I'm going to play a little clip of their match, and then we're going to talk about is Will Osprey the next guy. So I want you guys to check this clip out.
And Shibata struggling upward as Osprey, the Cutter! The cover, and Shibata kicking out at one now. Talk about a surge of adrenaline. Yeah, man, I love that. Explosivity right there by Shibata. Both men, same idea. Again, they Larry center the ring. And hook kick from Osprey.
We'll do it again.
Oscutter again, no. Oh, backdrop suplex this time from Osprey. Shibata got wiped out. He's got him. He's got him. I think he's got him. No. What a shot.
What a match.
I mean, that was almost like an uppercut with the back of his elbow. As Shibata, now thinking Stormbreaker perhaps. The double underhook. No, instead Tiger Driver. Position. And there's the hidden blade. 1, 2, 3.
Man, fantastic match all around. Shout out to those two gentlemen. We're not Dave Metzler, but they was definitely a highly rated match, man. What did you think of that match, and what do you think about Ospreay, man? It seems like he is coming out. He's right now. He's everything I thought Jay White would be when he signed with AEW. But what do you think about Ospreay? And did WWE miss the ball not rolling out the red carpet for him?
I think Will Osprey gives you a breath of fresh air when it comes to AEW. He clearly knows how to go in the ring. He can cut a tremendous promo. I thought the match was excellent. And, shout out to both of them. Will Osprey can make anybody he get in the match with look real good. I'll never forget that match between him and Daniel Bryan. He just goes, and his energy and all of it, and all of his signature moves is, real transcendent. I think WWE wanted him, but they were coming along the time of, he who will not be named, and they just kind of fell off of getting him after a while. But in all honesty, I think he can help AEW in the long run. I think this gives them something to lean their hat on. I just hope TK, gets it right and pushes him. I'll put him up against Swerve. I know we're going to talk about Swerve in a little bit, but man, can you imagine a match between him and Swerve Strickland right now? Man, that's a Dave Messler 6-star match. Easy.
Oh yeah, easy. Just them getting in the ring, the chemistry between those two gentlemen, and they've got some past. I wish I would have cut the clip of their dance-off battle years ago, so I know what they can bring to the table in their final form. I feel like it's Dragon Ball Z here, but shout out to Will Osprey, shout out to Shibata. I know I talk a lot of shit about TK and AEW because their booking I'm not a big fan of. I'm not really a big fan of a match just for a match, but when it comes to just pure in-ring product, they have some of the best in the world over there. And I mean, it may not allow it to grow, but just as a core wrestling fan, you got to appreciate what they're doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
At least when it comes with the last couple of signings, they've had some big signings, but they've wasted a lot of those, in my opinion. The Miros of the world and the Andrades of the world and the guys that are going to come back to WWE eventually. They've kind of wasted a lot of those, but I love what they're doing with some of these latest signings. Feels reinvigorated. I like what they're doing, putting Samoa Joe. I love MJF, but MJF is a WWE guy. If he doesn't,
you can tell it.
He's tailor made for WWE. And AEW being the counter programming of WWE, I never felt it made much sense for him to be the guy you build the company on. But having someone like Samoa Joe, and I'm going to cut to a clip of one of his killer promos that he did later on in the show, having him as the champ works. It fits. I love it, and it makes AEW, the guys like Swerve and Shibata, these hard-hitting wrestlers. It gives you that more polished ECW feel. I know that's what's given to me. What do you think about the work they've been doing since MJF has dropped the belt and Samoa Joe has been the man?
I think it's been great. I think one of the main things is having Pat come back. I know he's bringing a different feel. For a long time we didn't think we was gonna get him back in the ring. That's going to be good. I know he's going to play well on the scene. Samoa Joe, when he's healthy, and you can tell that he's healthy, he's one of the better wrestlers on the planet. He can cut a promo. He can go in the ring, and like you said, that brings a lot of levity to the belt. Like you say, the booking hasn't been the best, but one of the things I like that they did this past week, and we'll talk about it later on, how the WWE was a little top heavy when it came to in-ring promos and all that. This past Dynamite, it was strictly, you know what, let's just wrestle. There wasn't a lot of promos cut. It was like, let's go, balls to the wall, this match after this match. And it kind of reminded you of old WCW, where it was just a lot of going and going. And I thought that was greatly done. This is great. They know that the WWE we got WrestleMania right around the corner, so they're going to put out some of the best product they can right now. This is a wonderful time for wrestling.
Yeah, it's like a smorgasbord, and I haven't said that word in a long time, but it's literally like a smorgasbord of whatever you want, a buffet, if you will, of whatever you want. If you want that hard-hitting style, if you want entertainment, if you want right now, what a time to be alive, as they would say. But moving on, this Monday, unannounced. Rock was supposed to be on Raw this upcoming Monday, but this past Monday, unannounced, comes out looking like full Black Adam, super villain. Shout out to the new production crew, by the way, at WWE. Some of these innovative shots that they're doing, kudos. Comes out, whispers something in Cody's ear. We don't know what it is, until the end of the show or what he says. And I really thought he was done. I was like, what in the hell? My mind starts pondering. The gears start turning. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be the turn on Roman Reigns, and he's planning. And But oh no, it was not what we expected. And we may count this moment as the moment that the Attitude Era returned. But I'm going to give a little clip of the hellacious cinematic beatdown that The Rock gave to Cody, and then we're going to talk about it. So check out. And there's about another 6 minutes of that beatdown after the camera cleared that you can check out over on our Two Horseman TikTok page that I've curated for you guys. He didn't stop after the cameras went off. If I'm Cody Rhodes, I might have to file a suit. I understand when people get their emotions up and things of that nature, it's hard to stop. But you going to jail, sir. I seen you do this to Mick Foley on Dark Side of the Ring when you hit him with 1 too many chair shots or 12 too many chair shots. Intense is the word, but man, what did you think of that performance? And let's talk about the pros and cons, because now I want to see Rock versus Cody. I don't even give a shit about Roman Reigns anymore. I want to see Rock versus Cody. But what did you think about that surprise on Raw? And do you think this is the moment that the Attitude Era returns?
I want to talk directly into the camera right now. Dwayne. Yes, I'm calling you Dwayne. Look at me. Take the DECU, they blood back. That was the most movie theatric blood I've ever seen.
Not a cut, not a gash, not a laceration, just the Dusty Rhodes forehead smeared across the forehead.
Instead of hitting him in the head with the belt, he wipes the hand. He wipes it on the belt. Hey, that man been in Hollywood a long time. I'm with it. What I will say is, I agree with you. I did not know that I was going to want The Rock versus Cody Rhodes so bad. But think about it. Other than a couple of promos here and there, Roman has given you nothing to want to see this match anymore. Like nothing. It's been The Rock and Cody. The Rock and Cody. Roman cut a promo, and that was it. And other than that, The Rock is literally acting like the final boss. Like he's doing everything a main bad guy in the movie is supposed to do before the big fight, before part 3. To me, it's great to see The Rock in his role. He looks comfortable.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it. It looks like, they ran him out of DCU. He's great at Hollywood at a time, but it seems like Hollywood's kind of separating itself from him. And he's back in wrestling. He's giving it everything he's got.
Yeah.
From the promo, he dropped the F-bomb in this promo.
He dropped several F-bombs. I mean, from his online presence to he is relishing this. And at the end of the day, if you can make Hollywood money, which he's making now with the stock options and things that he has with WWE, to do something that you truly love, I haven't seen a performance this good in any of his movies. Period. and I'm a Rock fan. If people had gave this to Black Adam, it would have made $1 billion at the box office. He is legit final boss, and I always count the heel versions of Rock in 4 distinct categories. You got your NOD Rock, you got your corporate Rock, you got your Hollywood Rock, and now we have your final boss Rock. And let me tell you, final boss Rock, the blending of reality with, you take a kayfabe, as they say, and bring in reality. I really think he has some legit piss and vinegar in his soul about Cody not stepping aside. And it shows up on camera every time those two are on screen together, and it's electric.
Let me give you something else to chew on as your wise man. This also adds some question marks to the DECU. The only thing that Dwayne Johnson has ever wanted to do is be in charge.
Yeah.
And look at how he's acting now that he's in charge. Look at what he's giving you. Had they just allowed him to be in charge and backed him, like you said, that might have been a better movie had he not had to jump through all those hurdles and get through all this stuff. Had they just given him what he truly wanted, do you think that this is what they would have done on screen? I think, like we said with Will Osprey, I think the DECU dropped the ball.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's definitely a topic for the Unknown Comic Book Podcast coming back this week. But yeah, DC definitely dropped the ball on that, because you see the backlash. And don't get me wrong, I think Peter Gunn is an amazing storyteller. I think he's a fan.